Hey everybody, my name is Casey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a very exciting island tour. I cannot wait to show you guys this island. So this island is created by Joey, aka breadspoons.crossing on Instagram. Here is the island map. It is a natural park island. It is so detailed and beautiful and intricate. Please, this tour is going to be a little longer, so grab a snack and get cozy, and let's go ahead and see what we have in store for us on this island. So the first thing I noticed is how close his resident services is to his airport, and yet it doesn't feel like that. Like, you have this cute little bridge right here, and then you have all of this gorgeous terraforming on each side. Like, it feels like resident services is super far away, and I think that's because he incorporated so much terraforming in this area and all of the little like custom codes and details. And I love how he has this glowing moss here. But I did see he made a post on Instagram. By the way, follow him on Instagram and look at his post. The map he has for this island is incredible. He also has little landmarks on the map to kind of explain what each area is. But I am going to just go ahead and collect all of these gifts, and then I'm going to open them up because I think there is an outfit in here for us. And then this time I'm actually going to grab the tool. I know on the last tour I didn't see the vaulting pole and it prevented me from getting to one area, but I got the ladder. So anyways, I'm going to just open these up really quick and change outfits to a more fitting outfit for this island. Okay, so I have my explorer's outfit on, and then I think I'm going to hold this little Nook ink balloon right here, and then we are going to go ahead and start this tour. So first area I want to stop at is back here right behind resident services. It is a flight waiting area. I really love this. I love all of the stunted trees and how this area is just like a curved out little nook behind resident services. I just really love when people do that. It's such a creative way to like use the space right behind resident services. That's something I always kind of seem to struggle with, but this is really, really gorgeous. I love how he is incorporating some of like the yellow pansies on that cliff in the background as well. That's one other thing I just wanted to note. Pay attention to the details of the cliffs on this island because the way he has decorated the cliffs is just really incredible. And so here we have a cute little pond, a forest pond right next to resident services. So I'm going to just kind of sneak around to this side and show you all this pond. I love this water code. I use like a darker version on my island tea light, but this light version looks really nice here and it gives it like such a realistic feel. And I love how he has used the grass standees and the little like Karopi Pop frog item and the mum cushion. I don't know if I said that Sanrio item right, but I just think all of the details is really, really gorgeous. And so now what we're gonna do is continue on this way. I love these kind of like narrow pathways that are like surrounded by all of these different cliffs, and it looks like we have a little waterfall area right here. Okay, wow, look at the view right here. Abel's in the background. It just looks so gorgeous. I love the bushes that he is using as well, and like just like the natural curvy waterscaping in this area is so beautiful. Like, there are so many places to take photos on this island. I really encourage you guys to visit this DA if you are looking for any type of inspiration because it's just filled with creativity. And then look, we come down here to this beach. This is absolutely freaking incredible. Like, it's almost like what I'm noticing on this island is like each area has kind of like a different theme, especially like with the beaches right here. So like it's almost like he's taking like a color palette, like this one here is like a neutral color palette, and just combining different items to fit this like specific little area. And I think that's so cool and creative. So now I want to go ahead and head back through this area right here and continue to explore the rest of this beautiful island. So as you can see right here, we have a diagonal bridge, which is just, again, the waterscaping and terraforming in the background is just so gorgeous. I want to see if I can hop over here, like just to kind of show you like the details and like the attention to that. Like, if you look in the background, there's like that turtle, there's a fossil back there, there's weeds, flowers, like it's just so gorgeous. And I'm just kind of like hopping around here trying to get a good angle, but just I love this. Like I've said before in videos that waterscaping and terraforming and cliff decorating is one of my favorite parts in Animal Crossing, and that's why I just absolutely admire Joey's Island so much, because you can really tell he spent a lot of time and like paid attention to like how areas would look like, especially in the background. So I can just really appreciate that in another island. So now what I want to do is explore this little beach area down here. Typically on island tours, I only show like some of the beaches, but there's just so many gorgeous little areas and details on Joey's beaches that I have to show you guys. Like all of the little details of like the seaweed, the turtle, the custom codes, that little stick with a heart, like, and like he even has like a lunar rover in the background there by the tent, and then the stunted coconut trees. It's just really incredible. And like the use of like the wheat field. Also, did you guys know this turtle item, the head moves on it? Like you have to look at it really closely, but it moves, and I didn't know that, and I think that's really cool. And then also that custom code right there of like a dropped tree branch or like a part of a tree. I just think that looks really good. And then I love how he has a little gyroid there, and on his pier he just has like a cute little sitting area. I love this. And one other thing I wanted to mention while we go into this tent is, if you look at Joey's Instagram posts, there's always a story behind each area, so definitely go and check that out to see kind of more details about like the meaning behind a lot of the areas on his island. But look at this tent. This is perfect. It's so realistic. It's like, when I think of like glamping, like this is kind of what I think of. Like you have like a tent, but you have like a couch and a fridge and like a sink. So, and one other thing I wanted to point out is like the details of some of these Animal Crossing items is really incredible. Like I'm not sure what this kind of like lighter wood item here is with the coffee cup on top of it, but like how it has that second level shelf with the pen and pad of paper. I just think that's so cool. And then if you look like in the microwave, you can see a dish in there, and I've never noticed that before, and I've been playing this game for like 2 years, but I just think that's really cool. And I love how he has like the little Nintendo Switch there on the table, and the dropped a book. Like again, the attention to detail is just absolutely incredible. But let's go ahead and continue on the rest of this island tour. You guys, being on this island is just such a cool feeling, because it just reminds me of like how creative people are in the Animal Crossing community. And like this is just, I think Joey has worked on this island for quite a long time, and you can really tell that like he filled every area perfectly to like fit the theme of his island, and I just really admire that. Like meanwhile, I'm over here resetting like on my 7th island. Like people who can just work on one island and make it absolutely perfect, that's a quality that I wish I had, because like just look at how incredible this area even is with all of the like different stone items and the fossils. It's just, and it's in such a nice contrast with like the coconut trees, because you have like the lighter tree itself, and then you have like these darker items with like the little pond, the wheat field, and like the trees as well, and the stone arches. Like I just think that's so creative and really beautiful. I'm at a loss for words sometimes, because all of the details of this island are really amazing. And it looks like we have a villager's house over here. I love how he's doing the pathing with like the circular in-game pathing and then laying custom codes on top of it. And then it looks like we kind of just stumbled upon this gorgeous area right here. I can already tell the terraforming is going to be incredible. But let's go ahead and open up our camera app just to kind of get a look at the terraforming in the background. Okay, wow. I love these staggered waterfalls. I love how the Stonehenge is on the top there, and the cedar trees as well. And then the little mum cushion in the area behind it is really cool. And then we have this little forest area right here as well that I just think I love how he did the pathing here. I love how he has like the little things buried in the pathing. And then if we come up here behind his Able Sisters shop, there is a little log bench where you can just sit on and take in this incredible view of this island. Like, just imagine how much time it took to plant all of those trees, stunt all of those trees. Like, that is just something that I personally don't enjoy doing, but I really admire when I see it on other islands, because I know how much work it goes into like stunting trees. But let's take a look at his Able Sisters from up here. So again, I love the different bush colors, and the cedar trees look really, really beautiful. And then again, he's using that in-game pathing with the custom designs over it as well. And I love all the different like bug models he has placed all over his island, and how he's using like the cypress plants as well in between trees just to add a little bit more like depth and extra greenery. And so now what we're going to do is head on over here. So if we head up this incline, it looks like we have Blair's house in the background there, and it looks like her house is surrounded in a little forest area. And just again, I love how it's like a sunken villager house, and there's all that waterscaping in the background, and I can even see little Henry wandering about on the side there. So I just think all of the depth on his island is really beautiful, and I love how he is incorporating these yellow flowers. I just think that's such a nice contrast for this area. And then we have another sunken villager home right here, and there's a land bridge that connects in the middle. We will definitely go and explore that area, but I love how that villager home is just like on an island there, surrounded by water. Like, this just gives me the best like natural park, like forest vibes. It's really incredible. And then if we come up this incline right here, we have another villager's house, and I love when people just use like an incline to lead up to one small area or one villager's house. But then look at this area behind here, you guys. Look at this freaking view. I have no words. This is incredible. I'm going to use the like kind of wide angle glitch. You go into your camera, you press the minus button, and then you scroll all the way up and then hit the minus button twice, and it gives you a wider view of an area. This is a perfect island to use that little glitch on, because look at all of that terraforming. Can you even imagine how long this must have taken him? It is so beautiful. I love how the water below is like curving, and there's those little islands that are cut out, and all of the details with like the vines on the cliffs in the backgrounds and the stones. It's just so incredible. Joey, I just need like an ounce of your talent, because this is just amazing. But let's go ahead and actually continue on this way. I want to go ahead and explore this land bridge right here. Like, you guys, look at this. I love how he's doing the pathing right here with the in-game pathing, mixing it up and planting weeds on it and using custom codes as well. I'm going to head back on through this area. It looks like we have little Dina. I think she's so cute. I have her amiibo card. But we have a villager's house right here, and I love how this waterscaping is kind of breaking up this area as well. And then the little details, like he even has the like little yellow pumpkins. I think that is so freaking creative. And then there's this area. I love this grassy pathing that he's using. And it looks like we may have like a little lookout area that I want to see if I can get to using the ladder. Okay, yeah, I can already tell this is going to be another incredible viewing area. Like, I don't understand how many viewing points are able to fit on one island, but this is just absolutely incredible. Like, the double bridge moment on the right-hand side, the diagonal bridge, you can see the other bridge on the top there. I love how he's using that big flower item in the background as well. And I love how he's able to use a lot of items, but it doesn't make his island like feel too overwhelmed. It just feels like you're in like a natural like nature woodland area. I don't know if any of you guys go hiking or not, but that's just kind of the vibes that it's reminding me of. But I want to go ahead and head back down here and see what we have on the other side of this diagonal bridge. But just look at this terraforming in the background. Like, honestly, the vine item is one of my favorite items from the update, because it just adds a nice touch of detail to any terraforming area you're doing. Like, it makes the cliffs, it gives them like some interest, and I really, really love that, because like normally when I'm like looking at an area I just terraformed, I'm like, oh, I wish I could put something on there, but now I can. And I think this is Henry's house over here. I love how he's using the giant vine items, and then this, I think this item is called a pine tree, I'm not entirely sure, but we have the stunted bamboo as well. We have the glowing moss pond, just everything, like all the different greenery he's using is incredible. And I'm just gonna check out this little beach area he has back here. It's just so detailed, and like we're on his beach, but it feels like an extension of his island, and that is something that is so hard to do, like making your beaches kind of transition and flow nicely from like your island itself. I just think that's really, really incredible, and it's, like I said, very hard to do. But we have this little area back here on the beach rocks. So now I want to go ahead and continue on back through here and see what else we can find on this beautiful island. I hope you guys are enjoying this island tour so far. I was so freaking excited when I saw he released his dream address. I could not wait to visit it, and I'm so thankful that Joey is allowing me to tour it because I just think his talent needs to be shared with as many people as possible. So let's go ahead and come back through this way over here. I want to see if I can get up here. Yep, I can, and I'm assuming it's going to be another stunning viewing area. I think this is Fang's house in the background. I had him on my island, Willow. I'm like 99% sure it is. And yes, we can see Fang back there just strolling in his gorgeous yard. And again, I love the details with the yellow flowers, the yellow mush items, and even the little door plate that's on Fang's door is really, really beautiful. And like this area, like how do you even think to design something like this? It's like you have a second level viewing point and then you have the villager's house on the level beneath it. It's just like some people's minds are just so incredible. But now I want to come back down here and continue on through the rest of this little area. So if we come over here, it looks like you can get another beautiful view of Fang's house. And if we come up this incline, so this is the second double bridge that we saw. I think this is really, really cool. There's a little lookout area back here with like the little mush stool and the tourist telescope. Like this just is really what this little attention to detail is really kind of what brings an island together, because that's something you would see like in a natural park kind of setting. And then I just wanted to show you guys this bridge right here because it looks so beautiful, and I love, again, the vines on the cliff beneath it. I love how he's using the mush partition and plant all the planted weeds and the different custom designs. And then we have this gorgeous area over here. So I believe this area is like inspired from a botanical garden. I was just looking at Joey's Instagram post for his DA release, and I believe I'm in the correct area. I'm trying to like give this island as much like justice as I can and showcase every area and try to get like the meaning behind it properly, but there's just so much detail. Like I hope that I'm doing it justice because it's really, really incredible. And again, you guys just should come and visit this island if you have time, or if you're feeling uninspired, because when you leave, you'll just feel like playing Animal Crossing for like 8 hours straight. But let's go back here and see what else we can find. So we have another kind of like narrow pathway here, which I love. And then I can see the campsite. So I love this. I actually, on my island, I'm going to put my campsite on the back end of my island, I think, kind of by my secret beach. And yep, we have his secret beach over here as well. And so I love the seaweed item. And then this fossil item, I think that's I didn't know that it moves or that it does that whatsoever. I'm not huge on bugs, but that's a nice addition to Animal Crossing. I just didn't know that was a thing that happened. But again, the use of like the wheat fields here looks really, really cool. And then look at this other area we're coming into. So it's a rock garden, and it's a really unique take on a rock garden, which I love. I want to get up here and take a look at this view because I know it is just going to be simply amazing. Okay, yeah. I have no words. I don't even understand. It's like anytime I try to do terraforming, this is like my goal, but I always feel like I run out of space. But you guys, just look at this. Like even in the very top level cliff in the background, that green waterfall I would never think of that. That's incredible. And I love how he's using all of the cactus items, and again, kind of just like the curvy waterscaping looks so good. And I love all of the green mums, and then the little touches of the yellow pansies as well. Looks really, really nice. And I love how you're able to get up on these areas and really able to like sit and like take in the view, because it's just so beautiful. And then you guys, if we even come over here, like this is another gorgeous viewing area. Like this area is so big, but like if like we just kind of looked at it in two parts, like it's really like kind of unique from the other side, because over here you can see like more of the cactus items, and I even see, I believe, the museum in the background, and we have that diagonal bridge down there. It's just, I don't understand how people can think of this, because this is just so freaking cool. So let's go ahead and come across this diagonal bridge here. I love how he has this like all of the cactuses and the vines on the cliffs, and then I think those are the new bushes, the plumerias, and then how he's using these moss pillars, I think they're called, and just all of the like green and like kind of foresty items he's using really looks nice, especially in contrast with like the rock items that he's using. I can't think of the official Animal Crossing name for it, but I hope you guys know what I mean. But it looks like we have another bridge here, and then okay, we have a villager's house up here. So again, like look at this gorgeous like curvy terraforming that we're on the 3rd level, I think the highest level, and then just to put a villager's house up here, I love that. And this is why I think too, like the vine items are so game changing, because you don't need to use necessarily an incline to get up here. You can just use the vines, and I absolutely love that. And I love how he's using the trees in the background. I think they're called like it's a bee name, I can't pronounce it, but these big tree items in the background just add like a lot of nice stuff. And there even is an incline here. I don't understand how he's able to do all of this on one island. It's really freaking amazing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and come back down here. I want to explore these cliffs a little bit, and I did notice that we have a villager or rep's house right here. So yep, I believe this biscuit is like kind of like possibly like Joey's main rep on the island. I love the customization and design of this house right here as well. I love the giant vine items. Look at how cute we are together. I love this. Like the amount of photos I've taken on this island is probably more than I've ever taken before, but just even at this like angled view, it's so detailed and it's so perfect. I just love it. And the addition of the glowing moss item as well just looks so freaking good. And let's go down this incline right here and see kind of where we can explore off to next. Okay, so let's take a look at this beach area down here. I love that boat item. I love the pirate barrels back here, and I love how he's using the wheat fields to kind of separate the pathing. And then this area is so cute. I love how he's using a lot of the like new food items. I'm gonna just zoom in because they look so realistic, and like that little bag is that flour right there, and I love the drop timer. That gives me nostalgia right there. And then the little shirt that's just like dropped and not placed, the explorer shirt, that's such a cute little detail that I'm just obsessed with. Let's continue on this beach though by these adorable little stunted coconut trees and see what else we can find down this way. And so it looks like I think I'm going to continue on the beach just to show you all the rest of this area. And we even have a little star fragment that is so cute. And then oh my gosh, you guys, this is adorable. So as we come up here, there's 2 little flamingos, and I love that. Like when I was younger, I used to go to the zoo with my dad, and we would always see these flamingos, and he would call them pink birdies. And like when I was younger, I was like, no dad, their name is a flamingo. It's just kind of like an inside joke with my dad, but I love that. And as we come around this way, it looks like we have another little secluded forest area with some beautiful waterscaping. I want to see if we can kind of like explore some of this waterscaping over here, because there are these like beautiful little islands in the center here. So yeah, we can explore over here. This is another thing that you can maybe try and incorporate if you're doing a big terraforming project, is like these little mini islands that you can kind of just like hop around and just kind of like hang out on. Like I love that. And then we are actually right behind that area of the villager's house that we first saw. So this is like the 2nd level viewing point, if you will. So I just think this is really, really gorgeous. I need to open up the camera just one time because look at that. And I love the red, I think they're hibiscus bushes. Like it's such a nice contrast with like the deep greens of like the trees and the in-game grass. I just think it looks really, really beautiful. And so now I'm going to hop across here and explore the rest of Joey's Island. I honestly can't believe how much detail and time he's put into this. Like even this sign right here, like the little bear warning sign. I love that. And then as we come up this incline over here, it looks like we have another villager's house. I almost want to say this is Grizzly's house, but I'm not for certain, so don't quote me on that. But again, just like the kind of curvy in-game pathing with the custom designs on it, and then the little touches of like glowing moss, it just is so beautiful, and it's like so cohesive as well. Like the color palette that he's using it's just perfect. It looks so good next to basically any area on his island. It's just absolutely perfect. I actually want to come back down here though, because there is a part of the beach that I think we still have to see on like the left slash like front part of his island, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So let's go ahead and actually go to my reps left and see if we can continue on this beach right here. So it looks like we're stumbling upon the peninsula, and there is a villager's home right there, and I love how kind of just like secluded he's able to make this area feel with all of the like planted hardwood and cedar trees. Just looks really, really gorgeous. And again, like we're on the beach, but it doesn't necessarily feel like that. It still has that kind of like foresty vibe to it, which I really, really love. And then as we come back here, we have this gorgeous waterscaping, and I noticed there's a little terraformed piece of land. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my cat just meowed. But anyways, let's go ahead and go on this little piece of land right here and catch the view. So I love this. Like, just look at that waterscaping in the background there. I'm going to just do the kind of angled view as well. It's just so beautiful. You can see my rep kind of peeking out there on that little terraformed area back there. But I just wanted to show you guys because I just so happened to notice that little piece right there. But let's go ahead and finish on this area of the beach, or not finish, but continue on touring this part of the beach. I love these little wooden shop signs he has with a little like customization on it. That's such a cute little detail. And then it looks like we have the visitor center as well behind us, so I definitely want to check that out. When I first started playing Animal Crossing, I think I saw like either a video or some pictures of like a natural park themed island, and it's honestly one of my favorite kind of themes, if you will, because I love being out in nature and hiking. And just look at this, you guys, like this gives me such like realistic like natural park like visitor center vibes, like from everything from the little lamp on the desk. And then if we come over here and you look in the background, like there's a little frog right there, and then also just like the custom designs like on the windows, or not the windows, the wall, to make it look like there's a window. Like I just really, really admire that. And we even have like some natural park posters on the wall back there, and like the little, I think those are like bug and fish posters, like, and then of course I believe that's a sea bass, which I'm just kind of oddly staring at. But again, this just feels so realistic, and the little like rug that he's using right here as well. And I love that he has Rover's briefcase. It's just such a nice touch, and like those little details are really what kind of bring an island together. And so now I think I'm gonna head on over to the right over there, because we already seen that part of the beach. So let's go across this diagonal bridge right here and see what else we can find on this gorgeous island. And so it looks like we have a beautiful forest area. We have his Nook's cranny. I was wondering where that was going to be on his island, but we have it kind of secluded in the forest over here. So I'm going to see if I can just sneak in here. I love this. I love how he has this like terraforming and waterscaping that kind of makes like a little path straight to Nook's. And I love how he put that tree like right in the front. I think that is so cute. And this is just it can be hard to fit some of the in-game buildings onto your island, especially in like a particular theme, but I think Joey did a really great job at incorporating all of the different buildings we have. And I just think this is such a cute area for his Nook's cranny. It's just so adorable. So now I want to see if this path leads us down anywhere. Yes. Okay, you guys, I can't. This beach, this custom code, everything, like this is what I'm talking about, like the color palettes he's using, like the reds, the blue, and the whites over here, like it just looks so good. And like this custom pathing, this red and blue one is such a nice contrast with all the different white items and the grass standee and the mush items. And then we have like a little boat right here. It just gives it such a realistic vibe. And then a continuation of that same color palette as well is just so gorgeous. And so now I'm going to hop on over here. Like, look at this little terraformed area. Even at the top, there's a little telescope. I love that. That just gives me a little bit of nostalgia for the beginning days of Animal Crossing. I loved putting a little telescope on the very top of my cliffs. Like, that's such a cute little detail. But now I'm going to see if I can sneak past this tree and come through this little pathway over here. And oh my gosh, okay, so I think we've seen his entire island. So I'm actually going to just see if I can grab a seat right here. Wow, you guys, this island has been one of my favorites by far to tour. I am so impressed with all of the different areas that Joey has and all of the different meaning and details behind each of these areas. Please go check him out on Instagram at breadspoons.crossing. If you enjoyed this island tour, please let me know in the comments below. But I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your support. We're getting really close to 3,000 subscribers, and I think that's incredible. Also, I have a little announcement. I am potentially going to start streaming soon. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I will keep you updated as much as I can. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.